All of the gates you have to open.
Bye, horsey. See you never.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I am really excited to share something special with you, the SWEM Addendum. I shared a lot of content with this mod over the span of this year, and this public release has been a long time in the making. So if you're into Minecraft horses, you're in for a treat. Grab a drink, settle in, and let's dive into this together. If you are somebody who loves these types of videos, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting because it lets me continue what I love to do. To understand the SWEM Addendum, you have to understand SWEM itself. SWEM, or Star Worm Equestrian Mod, is a Minecraft mod that added horses and many horse-related items into the game. When SWEM first came out, it introduced us to a world of possibilities with horses in Minecraft. We got over 100 coats right off the bat, and the community went wild hunting for secret coats and trying out all of the different horse types. It was so much fun to see the creativity and passion people brought to their SWEM horses, but there was always this feeling of wanting more. We were promised V2 with even more coats and dynamic breeding with overlays, but the process had some hiccups, and we never got that. People started asking for new coats, and many of us dreamed about being able to create them. The only problem? Coat makers were hard to come by. Not everyone had the skills to create custom coats, and even when resource packs were available, they weren't the easiest thing to work with. So all in all, a headache. Coat makers had no other way to implement their coats in, as SWEM's coats were coded in. This meant that there was no way to apply, like moving a file into another and clicking a button. Not only this, but other models that were created off of the SWEM model happened to be very detailed, but very laggy due to the amount of blocks that were added, so not really fit for a server or multiplayer setting. To make things trickier, resource packs are client-side. This means if you had a resource pack enabled, you could see the coats, but anyone else playing with you couldn't, unless they had the same pack enabled. It created a lot of limitations for players who wanted a more seamless experience. In late 2023, I decided to take a chance on an idea. I reached out to a developer with a proposal. What if we could expand on the SWEM horses, adding new coats? This later turned into something that added new models as well, which you'll see in this video. The developer happened to be thinking a similar thing, so it was a group effort to brainstorm. The goal was to tie everything together in a way that made it easy for players to enjoy. I would be lying if I said it wasn't an uphill battle most of the time, but after a lot of back and forth, problem solving, and testing, we made it happen. With the help of the developer, my amazing community, and a talented model maker, the SWEM Addendum came to life. What started as an effort to add coats for my server eventually grew into something so much bigger. At first, there were only about 100 to 200 horses, but now we have hundreds of coats on my server, plus custom models for them as well. Along with this, my staff members Riley, Ashley, and Jay have created a lovely wiki for players to enjoy and look through to find their next horse on the server. I want to say a special thank you to SWEM for allowing us to use their models. Today, I'm going to give you a closer look at these models and some of the beautiful coats that have been added to my server. Think of it as a little show and tell session. Before we get started, I want to make it clear, this mod doesn't come with pre-made coats. To use it, you'll need to add your own coats via a resource pack. Don't worry, it is easier than it sounds. The mod page on CurseForge has all of the details, and there's a GitHub linked there with instructions. And yes, this mod is free. It's been the plan to share it with the community for a while, and after a few hiccups, it is finally here. And I can't wait to see what you all create with it. Today, I am thrilled to share 17 unique horse models with you. These aren't simple copies of the SWEM model, but carefully crafted edits designed to bring something fresh and exciting to the game. Each model builds on the foundation of the original SWEM horse, preserving its authenticity while introducing subtle changes that set each one apart. The goal with these models was to enhance details like height, size, fur texture, facial structure, and body shape while staying true to the spirit of the SWEM design. So we worked to keep its essence intact while giving players more variety and creativity to enjoy. We also wanted to make it so that you are sitting side by side with somebody and not have an entirely different horse model. That would be kind of awkward. To check out the coat of a steed you have imported, you'll need a custom item called the Stick of Acknowledgement. Simply right-click the horse with it and the name of the coat will be revealed. It's straightforward, functional, and adds a little extra charm to the experience. Irish drafts are the same as the SWEM horse model, but made into steeds. The only difference between these horses and the SWEM horses are their different coats, and that is how we identify them. When looking at the wiki, you may notice that there are a lot of Irish draft coats versus others, because a lot of them were made with that model. They are the simplest, yet the most owned bunch on the server. The first breed to show off is the Arabian, a horse known for its grace, endurance, and beauty. This breed has been celebrated for thousands of years and is one of the oldest and most recognizable horse breeds in the world. In-game, the Arabian model reflects many of the real-life traits that makes this breed so unique. Arabians are smaller overall, with a delicate and refined build. Their slim legs, graceful necks, and infamous dished face, or concave profile, are all represented in this model. The breed's real-world history is steeped in desert survival, which is why they are known for their stamina and resilience. Impressively, due to the player size in Minecraft, the Arabian doesn't appear undersized, and even the tack fits naturally on its smaller, refined head. Another detail you might notice is the positioning of the Arabian's back and rear end. These are slightly more elevated, reflecting the natural conformation of the breed. An example of the Arabian horse on the server would be Scarlet, who is referenced off of the famous horse from Horseland. American quarter horses are a breed and model that may not seem drastically different from the original model at first glance. SWEM horses have larger rear ends with their model, but the AQH takes this and changes it. They come with a few key features that make them stand out. One of the most noticeable traits is their rounder back, which mimics the natural slope commonly found in the breed's real-life conformation. This curve is more than just a stylistic choice. It reflects the breed's athleticism and strength, which makes them seem like such versatile and capable performers in everything from ranch work to Western riding disciplines. This model also includes smaller and more subtle details like a thicker neck and a more compact build. These additions might not jump out immediately, but they make all the difference for those familiar with their quarter horse's unique structure. And here we have Spindle, an excellent example of what makes this model so special. With his detailed design, Spindle captures that Western charm and rugged personality that quarter horse fans love. So whether you're building a pixelated ranch or just looking for a horse that feels right, this model may deliver that perfect touch of authentic Western flair. The Breton is the first draft horse breed I'm introducing in this video, and they're a fantastic representation of sturdy, reliable horses. These shorter and stockier drafts are built to impress, with a thick, muscular frame and a strong, dependable presence. Despite their size, Bretons have an undeniable charm, and their fluffy features make them even more special. Their feathered hooves add a touch of elegance to their rugged build, though the amount of feathering can vary depending on the coat texture. One of the most unique and adorable features of the Breton is their mustaches. Some of these horses grow facial hair that resembles a mustache, giving them extra personality and a playful appearance. These details help make the Breton model truly stand out and bring a touch of whimsy to your stables. If you love draft horses but prefer a taller option, the Shire might be a better fit. The Shire horse is a taller version of the draft horse model, known for its big, powerful body and of course its approachable features. Who doesn't want to run up to a big chonk in the pastures? We all know the bigger the horse, the cuddlier. These horses are impressive in size, with strong muscular frames and plenty of feathering around their legs and hooves. Shires have a lot of personality, and the model reflects this well in their large, sturdy build and typical draft horse fluffiness. Some of the Shires we have in-game have unique traits that make them even more interesting. For example, Big John is inspired by a famous real-life Shire horse. He has a distinct short tail, unique markings, and even a cute mustache, giving him a very recognizable look. Then there's Pippin, who is also a Shire but has a slightly different style. His coat is beautifully styled and he has some chin scruff, making him stand out in his own way. While both Big John and Pippin share the same base model, they have their own distinct appearances thanks to these smaller details. This shows how the same base can be customized to create a variety of unique horses, each with its own special look and charm. Whether you prefer Big John's bold, strong features or Pippin's softer, fluffier appearance, both bring something unique to the table. Speaking of bold, some of these server hosting prices are getting a little too confident. You're charging that much? In this economy? A lot of us just want a quick, easy, and most importantly, cheap way to host our servers. So whether you're on a 2-week gaming binge or just trying to make friends game night a little more social, let me introduce you to my new friends, Kinetic Hosting. There are so many advantages to switching to Kinetic for your hosting, but I'll try to keep it brief for y'all. They fully support a handful of games and can answer all types of questions, and if you're not the social type, they have plenty of tutorials for you to use. For managing your server, they also have an easy-to-use console. Even I figured it out, and sometimes I press buttons without knowing what they do. Above all, Kinetic offers all of this for a very affordable price, so you don't have to break your bank just to have a good game night. I will leave Kinetic's link down below, and use Peachy for 15% off your first month, and we both win. As always, thank you to Kinetic Hosting for partnering with me. If you are somebody who enjoys a mix of both strength and elegance, like a Baroque version of a Warmblood, the Friesian would be a great choice. This breed is tall and solid with a bit more thickness while still maintaining fitness and grace. They have that perfect balance for disciplines like dressage, making them a fantastic option if you're looking for a chonky but still athletic horse. We have a lot of different Friesian coats, but we have a few different Friesian designs specifically to choose from, each with their own unique flair. For example, there's Corvid, who has a neat and refined look with button braids and trimmed feathers, giving him a polished and elegant appearance. Then we have Persephone, who just has a different design all around. Her mane is styled differently, she has more hoof feathering, and she even sports some chin scruff. These differences make Persephone stand out in her own way, even though she's still a Friesian. If you're not too focused on realism and are looking for something with a little bit more spice, we also have Strawberry Shortcake. This colorful twist on the Friesian model adds a fun and unique option to the lineup, especially for those who want to add a little bit more vibrancy in their horses. Friesians, whether realistic or with a creative spin, are great for any discipline, but with all of that said and done, maybe Friesians aren't your taste and you're looking for something even more sportier. The Warmblood is a sportier breed and one of the tallest in the lineup. It has a slight downward slope similar to the American Quarter Horse, but stands out with a slimmer build compared to many of the other horses. This breed is designed to embody a healthy, athletic horse, perfect for the show ring, or even just a stunning photo. Unlike some of the other horses in game, the Warmblood isn't based on a single breed. Warmblood breeds can vary quite a bit, so this model is more of a general representation of the type. So whether you're looking to show off in the ring or simply add a beautiful horse to your collection, the Warmblood is an excellent option for those who want to stand out. Comparing the Warmblood to other horses, maybe you want a quicker horse to bring to your stables. Thoroughbreds belong to the Hot Blood family, making them similar to the Warmblood model, but with a few key differences. They tend to be slimmer, especially in certain areas, making them look sleek and agile, perfect for the track or the arena. These horses are built for speed and performance, which is why our upcoming racetrack is the perfect spot for them. There's plenty to choose from with a thoroughbred, and we have some amazing racehorse-inspired coats available. The Turkoman is another breed in the Hot Blood family, and it stands out as the tallest of them all, with a noticeable height difference compared to the other breeds. It's a blend of the thoroughbred, but has some unique characteristics of its own. In real life, the Turkoman is known for being an endurance horse, meaning they have tons of stamina and can keep going for long distances. They are built for the long haul, making them an excellent choice for riders who need a horse that can handle long rides or challenging terrains. For example, we have El Dorado, who shows off a stunning coat, and Aoli, who was created by one of my administrators, Boo. Both of these horses represent the strength and beauty of the Turkoman breed while bringing something special to the game. So if you're looking for a tall and strong horse that can handle its stamina, then you may want to invest in a Turkoman. The Kladruber is a unique breed that's easily recognized by its distinct Roman nose and thicker neck. This breed has strong historical roots, being based on horses originally imported from Spain and Italy. In the game, we've worked to bring some of that essence to life with a model that reflects the real-world features of this breed. Whether you're into dressage or just want a noble-looking horse to add to your collection, the Kladruber is up to the task. For example, meet Yeti, one of our Kladruber coats. Yeti is a great example of the breed's strengths, especially in flat work and calm, steady movements. They have been a star on the server so far, showcasing the breed's ability to perform well under pressure. The Kladruber may not be as common as some other breeds, but once you see one, it's hard not to admire its charm and grace. The Knabstrupper is a breed that varies in size and conformation, much like many Warmbloods. The model we referenced off of was a Baroque Knabstrupper, so they are not the traditional Knabstrupper. Their head shape is thicker, with the Roman nose being slightly more exaggerated to give it some noticeable change. Convex Roman-nosed head, thicker body, but skinnier than the Kladrubers. These horses can be used for any type of riding, but you'd see them more in English and leisurely riding. The model itself has a nice build and will make a wonderful addition to your Minecraft stables. The Marwari is a fascinating breed that comes from the Marwari region in northwest India. This breed is known for several unique characteristics, but the most striking feature is their inward-facing ears. These distinctive ears give the Marwari a truly special look. In addition to their ears, Marwaris are known for their strength and endurance, making them an excellent working horse in their native region. While they have a sleek and graceful appearance, they're also tough and capable, which adds to their charm. Marwaris are quite tall compared to our next model. The Fjord is an interesting one. It started off as what we'd call a pony model, but over time it just became the Fjord model. These horses come from Norway, and while they may be shorter in height compared to some of the other breeds, they make up for it in strength. They're the type of horses you can count on for just about anything, whether that's helping on a farm or working in the mountains. They're built to last. Fjords have these stunning coats that are usually a shade of dun, like Balder, who rocks the classic dun pattern with a bit of color that makes him stand out even more. If you're looking for something a bit more traditional, Freaks is your way to go with that classic Fjord look. But on my server, we have many different coats on the Fjord model that aren't just related or referenced off of an IRL Fjord. It's not always the coat that catches others' eyes, it is also the mane. This mane is a roach style and it is referenced off of an IRL Fjord. Despite them being on the smaller side, Fjords are quite sturdy little horses with a quiet confidence about them. You'll find yourself really appreciating the Fjord's unique combination of strength and charm the more you get to know them. If you're drawn to a horse with a bit of a wild streak, the Mustang might just be the one you're looking for. They've got a bit of a rough, untamed feel to them. Mustangs are shorter than a lot of the other horses, but they have a few distinct details to them, like the hoof feathering and chin scruff. You know, the kind of stuff that makes a horse stand out. These Mustangs were referenced off of the real deal, which are horses that travel thousands and thousands of miles without helping hands from humans. You'll find Mustangs in all sorts of places, except for the wild, because right now we don't have wild horse herds. But on my server, you can find them in plenty of other places, like our Daydream Rescue, and also the players are selling them often. And once our 1.20 update hits, we'll also have horse breeding, so I'm sure you guys will find a lot of breeds on my server. But no matter where you find one, you'll quickly realize that Mustangs are versatile. They've got this natural charm that lets them excel at pretty much anything they try. Take Yogi, for example. He's got this classy vibe, and you can see that he's got the potential to shine in a lot of different disciplines. And what also makes these Mustangs special is their adaptability. They're built for tough conditions and have this rugged beauty that makes them great for everything from Western riding to more refined disciplines. The only thing they're not quite cut out for? Flying. Speaking of flying, here is the Pegasus, a creature of legends. While they may not be able to take flight just yet in 1.18.2, their majestic presence more than makes up for it. There's something magical about these horses, something that sets them apart from every other breed. The wings, of course, are the most noticeable feature, but some Pegasi go even further, carrying horns that sparkle with ancient power. Take Empress, for example, with her elegant wings and a horn that shimmers in the sunlight, truly a sight to behold. And then there's Mossy Gargoyle, a Pegasus whose wings are the highlight of his design. Gargoyle here gives ancient vibes, and it's probably because he was referenced off of them. His wings hold a grace that makes him seem like he could take flight at any moment, even if it's just in your imagination for now. Each Pegasus has its own unique magic, ready to bring something extraordinary to your world. Whether you're racing through enchanted forests or standing still in awe of their beauty, a Pegasus will always make your world a little bit more magical. Next up, we have a model that's as charming as it is quirky. The Mule. With those long floppy ears that seem to go on forever, it's hard not to smile when you see one. Mules have a bit of a goofy look, but that's part of their charm. On the server, mules come in a few different looks, so each one has its own personality. They may not be the most glamorous or sleek models out there, but they're definitely full of character. In fact, mules are often overlooked in Minecraft, so I'm thrilled they finally get their time in the spotlight with the SWEM Addendum. Whether they're pulling a cart, carrying supplies, or just hanging out, these lovable, long-eared creatures are guaranteed to bring a smile to your face. If you love the mules but want a slightly different twist, then let's take a peek at their genetic origins. Donkeys. Mules are the product of a horse and a donkey. Donkeys are generally shorter than horses, giving them a lovable and quirky stature that's all their own. They might not be as tall or imposing as the majestic horses around them, but their charm lies in their compactness and personality. And like the mules, their ears are almost disproportionate to their body. Donkeys share a similar height to the Fjords, which makes them perfect for some fun-size comparisons. Let's cue the Pixel Horse Western Showdown. Draw your guns, boys. If you want a mix of charm and cheekiness, this model is perfect for you, even if it's just a cozy pasture pet or a stand-up steed. We just discussed the SWEM Addendum and a lot of the different models, but are we done? No. Buckle back in. Let's talk about foals. One thing that was pretty heavily agreed on in the Reddit Minecraft community is that Minecraft horse foals don't really have a lot of detail. I mean, Minecraft horses in general don't have a lot of detail, so why would you expect their foals to, but that's not the point. Thanks to Lord Estel and Zilwide, not only do we have some cute foal models, but we also have replacement coats and also additional coats. Not only can these coats be used for the average SWEM horse foal, but they can also be used for the mules and the donkeys, which goes on to our next point. We don't just have one foal model. These versions of the baby horses bring a whole new level of cuteness, without going too overboard. With the size comparison, it goes down in a ladder. The full models aren't just copies and pastes, they also have differences with heights and size. The SWEM foal is the biggest out of all of them, and it is just a regular, simply remodeled SWEM foal. Not far behind is the mule, which is a little bit smaller than the SWEM foal, but it has long ears and long legs, so that does give it some height. And then last we have the donkey, which compared to the SWEM foal and the mule foal, it is a lot smaller. It's like watching the beginning of something special, just with a bit more wobble and curiosity. In celebration of Valentine's Day, I did make a SWEM Addendum breeding video, so if you want a little bit more of breeding content, feel free to go check that out, and that showcases the different foal models. Breeding isn't completely done, and there's always some bugs to be fixed. With all of those models and breeds being shown, which one is your favorite? I personally love the Friesians and the Shires because I love the chonky horses. I am so excited to see all of the amazing creations you all come up with using this mod. Whether it's creating stunning stables or taking your horses out on exciting adventures, I can't wait. Before I wrap up this video, I want to take a moment and thank you all. Seriously, without each and every one of you, I wouldn't be here creating these videos and doing what I love. Speaking of showing love, I have a lot of different giveaways available on my Discord, and I plan to keep up these giveaways for as long as possible. My Discord has a whole community where you can talk about different games and join in and even find people to play with. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day and that you stay healthy and safe and hydrated, and thank you for being part of this amazing journey.